If you have been dreaming intensely recently, this can be a clear sign that your spiritual awakening is imminent. The universe is speaking to you through these dreams. You may wonder why your dreams have suddenly become more vivid and meaningful, as if they contain a deeper message. Let me tell you up front that you probably weren't expecting what's about to happen, because dreams are only the first of the 10 signs that herald a spiritual awakening. Be sure to look all the way to the end, because the last 2 signs are often overlooked because they are not as obvious as dreams. More intense dreams are a clear sign that your mind is beginning to move to a deeper level. The conscious and the unconscious are merging, and your soul is trying to tell you something that you may have overlooked in your everyday life. These dreams are like messages from another world, a world that you have only glimpsed so far. They are often full of symbols that may not make sense at first glance, but resonate deep within you. Remember that your subconscious mind often speaks in riddles. It uses images, feelings, even familiar places or faces to show you something important. These symbols are not arbitrary, they carry meanings that are unique to you. Have you ever wondered why you keep dreaming about certain things? Perhaps certain people appear again and again, or you repeatedly experience a similar situation. This is no coincidence. Your mind is trying to draw your attention to something that is crucial for your spiritual development, and this is where the challenge begins. Spiritual awakening is rarely easy. It is a profound process that requires you to dive into the depths of your mind and face your innermost fears and insecurities. Sometimes it feels like the universe is testing you, giving you tasks that challenge you and push you to the limits of your mind. But there is a reason for this. This process is necessary to prepare you for what lies ahead. Imagine you are climbing a mountain. The way up is often rocky and strenuous, but the view that awaits you is breathtaking and rewarding. It's the same with your awakening. The dreams you experience are like markers on your path. They show you where you need to look, which aspects of your life or soul still need healing. They lead you deeper into yourself, to a place where true transformation is possible. But I don't want to send you on this journey alone. There may be moments when you feel overwhelmed, as if you are floating in a sea of symbols and emotions and don't know where the path leads. But you are not alone. At this stage of your life, there is always a guide, an invisible hand that helps you make the right decisions. There are people like me who have already walked this path and can help you decipher the signs that the universe is sending you. You will find that in the most difficult moments, if you are willing to face your fears, you will discover an incredible inner strength that you never thought possible. You may wonder what happens next, how you can interpret these dreams and apply them to your life. The key is to pay attention. Write down your dreams, no matter how vague they seem. Ask yourself questions. What emotions did you feel in these dreams? What symbols did you see? Sometimes it's small details that show you the way. Maybe it's the color of an object or the feeling you experience when you wake up. Everything has a meaning, and you are able to decipher this meaning. Spiritual awakening is a journey that doesn't end overnight. It is a process that can take months or even years. But with every step you take, you will come closer to your true self. And once you understand that these dreams are a gift from the universe, a tool to guide and heal you, you will live through this phase with a whole new sense of gratitude and trust. Stay open to what you encounter. You will find that the universe always sends the right messages at the right time. And the more you are willing to engage in this process, the clearer the path will appear before you. Be aware that you are never alone. The guidance is there, you just have to be willing to accept it. The next step on this journey is to engage with these dreams, to see them as a key that opens doors to your inner world. because when you surrender to it, you will notice how your life changes in ways you never thought possible. Now let's look at another significant sign of your spiritual awakening, the change in your sleep patterns. You may have already noticed it. You suddenly wake up in the middle of the night, even though you used to sleep soundly. Your sleep feels more restless, as if your body and mind can't find peace. This is no coincidence. These irregular sleep patterns are a clear signal that your energy is changing. Your mind, your body, they are undergoing a profound transformation, and this happens not only during the day, but also at night when you sleep. It's almost as if your mind is searching for answers in the darkness, for insights that only become accessible through these nightly interruptions. The nightly awakenings and the change in your sleep patterns happen because your soul goes deeper into reflection. Your subconscious begins to process all the new information and energies that come your way. You are healing old belief patterns, old wounds and blockages, and this can cause turmoil in the body. Imagine your mind working at full speed at night, even when you're asleep. The result? Your sleep patterns become irregular and you feel the effects of this inner turmoil. But that's only part of the process. With spiritual awakening, your sensitivity to energies will also increase dramatically. You begin to perceive energy on a deep level. It's not just the obvious, like someone's mood or the atmosphere in a room, but a subtle, omnipresent vibration that you can literally feel. You may suddenly notice that you feel uncomfortable in some rooms or that you are overwhelmed by other people's emotions. This new sensitivity can be confusing at first, but it is another step on your path to awakening. You can feel the energies moving around you, the frequencies emanating from people, places, and even objects. This can be a deeply disconcerting experience if you are not prepared for it. But this is a gift. You become more sensitive to the vibrations of the universe, to that which is invisible and yet so real. This perception is a sign that you are beginning to experience your surroundings not only with your physical senses, but also with your energetic self. It is important that you understand that these changes are completely normal and that they will intensify over time. As you delve deeper into your spiritual awakening, you will find that you become more and more sensitive to the energies around you. You will begin to sense people and places in a way that may have been foreign to you before. This can be exhausting, especially if you haven't yet learned how to separate yourself energetically. It is as if you are suddenly open to a whole new world, a world that has always been there, but that you are only now really aware of. However, all these energetic changes also come at a price. Your body needs more rest and recuperation to process all the new information and vibrations. You will notice that you are tired more often or feel the need to withdraw. You may feel that your usual energy level is no longer sufficient to get you through the day. This is because your body needs to adapt. It needs to recover from the intense energetic vibrations you are now experiencing. Your nervous system is working at full speed to integrate this new reality, and this requires time and patience. It is absolutely crucial that you listen to your body during this phase. Do not overwhelm yourself. If you need more rest, take it. This is not the time to test your limits or force yourself to perform. Your body and mind are working on something profound right now, something that goes far beyond normal everyday life. By taking the time to rest, you are supporting this process and allowing your body to adapt to the new energies. And believe me, that's what you really need right now. Embrace this sensitization and see it for the gift that it is. The universe is not sending you these experiences by accident. It is preparing you for a deeper connection with the spiritual world. The more you engage with these subtle energies, and the more you accept them as part of your reality, the stronger your connection to the higher planes becomes. It is as if you are developing a new sense, an energetic sense that allows you to communicate with the spiritual forces of the universe. So be patient with yourself. You are going through a period of transition that is preparing you for a new level of your being. Your sleep, your perceptions, your sensitivity, they are all working together to get you ready for the next stage of your spiritual path. And believe me when I say that this is just the beginning. You will delve even deeper into this world, and what seems strange or overwhelming now will soon reveal itself as the greatest gift you have ever received. Stay open to what is to come and trust that the universe will accompany and support you on this journey. Next, we will talk about 2 profound changes that you will experience during your spiritual awakening: the loss of interest in material things and the change in your friendships. Both signs are closely linked and show you how much your inner self is changing. Have you recently found that things that used to be important to you are suddenly losing their meaning? The clothes, the gadgets, the car, everything that perhaps once symbolized your status or your well-being now feels somehow empty. It's as if you look past the appearances and realize that these things don't bring any real fulfillment. This feeling of alienation from material values is a clear sign that your spiritual awakening is progressing. Why does this happen? Well, as you begin to connect more with your inner self, you realize that all the material goods you have collected over the years were just a means to gain temporary satisfaction. But spiritual awakening shows you a deeper truth. True fulfillment does not come from outside, but from within. You will realize that it is not the things that make you happy, but the meaning you have given them. Your consciousness shifts. What used to be considered desirable now seems superficial, almost like an illusion. You suddenly see more clearly that your happiness and inner peace are not tied to material goods. This process of letting go can be liberating, but also confusing. You may wonder why you suddenly feel so empty, even though you have everything you wanted materially. This is because you are beginning to understand on a deeper level that there is more to life than what you can touch or buy. Your focus automatically shifts to what really matters: your relationships, your experiences, and above all, your inner growth. This change directs your gaze to what is essential in life, to what remains when all the external things fade away. But with this change within you also comes a realignment of your relationships. People who were once close to you suddenly seem to be moving away from you. You may have noticed that it's getting harder to connect with old friends. The conversations that used to flow now seem superficial or even exhausting. You sense that your energies are simply no longer in harmony. This is one of the most difficult lessons of spiritual awakening, recognizing that not everyone can come along on your new path. This can be painful. People you've shared years or even decades of your life with suddenly don't seem to fit into your new consciousness. But this is normal, and it's a necessary part of the process. You are changing, and so is your environment. This doesn't mean that the people who are moving away from you are wrong or that you have to reject them. It simply means that you are moving in different directions. Your energies no longer match, and that's okay. This letting go can feel like a loss, but it's also an invitation to make space for new, more meaningful connections. Relationships based on deeper understanding, on real resonance. You will meet people who resonate with your frequency, who share your new state of consciousness and support you in your spiritual growth. These connections will give you what you're looking for now: authenticity, depth, and a true emotional and spiritual connection. It may be hard to let go of old friendships, but remember, letting go is not an act of separation, but of growth. You are making space for the new. You are opening yourself up to relationships that will support you on your path and take you further. It's like clearing out old clothes from your closet to make room for new ones that better fit your new self. And this process leads to something wonderful. The people who come to you in this new phase of your life will be genuine soul connections. It will no longer be about superficialities or what role you play in each other's lives. It will be about who you really are, deep down. These authentic relationships will be based on mutual support and true understanding. They will help you to connect even more deeply with yourself and further your spiritual awakening. So, if you feel your old friendships changing or even dissolving, pause and trust that this is all part of a bigger plan. It's the universe putting you on your true path. And while it can be painful to let go of people, places, or things that were once a part of your life, this process will lead you to a deeper understanding of love and belonging. You will learn that true love is not attached to conditions or possessions, but to the deep feeling that resonates from soul to soul. In this phase of awakening, you will not only understand what it means to let go, but also what it means to authentically love and be loved. You will realize that relationships are not about externals, but about the deep connections that make us the people we really are. Stay open to these new soul connections that will come to you. They are a gift from the universe that will support you in your continued growth. And believe me, they will bring you a depth and fulfillment that you may not have known before. By learning to let go, you create space for what really matters. Connections that nourish and inspire you not only on a human level, but also on a spiritual one. Now it's about two of the most intense and transformative signs of your spiritual awakening: the intense emotional waves and heightened intuition. These two aspects work hand in hand to guide you through the deep, sometimes stormy waters of your inner change. They may overwhelm you, but they are keys to your true self and to a higher form of wisdom. At first, you will probably notice that your emotions suddenly become stronger and more intense. It is as if you are caught up in a wave of feeling without warning. Joy, sadness, anger, or deep melancholy seem to come and go for no reason. These emotional fluctuations are by no means random. They are signs that your inner self is beginning to bring old, unprocessed emotions and traumas that were hidden deep in your subconscious to the surface. It is as if your body is cleansing itself of the burden of the past to make room for new energy and a clearer consciousness. Imagine these emotions like an ocean. Sometimes the water is calm and still, sometimes the waves are raging. But every time you go through one of these emotional waves, you release a part of yourself that you have been holding on to for a long time. These old feelings need to be seen and acknowledged before they can heal. Perhaps they are memories that you have long repressed, or feelings that you did not want to allow out of fear or pain. Now that your awakening has begun, you can no longer ignore these emotions. They demand your attention, and for good reason. But these periods of intense emotion are nothing to be afraid of. They are a necessary part of the healing process. Remember that you are now going through a phase where your body and mind are cleansing. It can seem chaotic, but this chaos is part of the order that will eventually emerge. And there are techniques that can help you live through these waves. Meditation is a powerful way to center yourself and observe your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Take time regularly to go into stillness to feel the feelings without judging them. Self-reflection through journaling can also be very helpful in understanding and processing your emotions. It's important to remember these intense emotions will pass. They are like storms that come and go, and afterwards the sky remains clear. The point is not to fight these phases, but to allow them and know that they have a deeper meaning. With every storm you go through, you become stronger and more in tune with your true self. At the same time, you will notice that your intuition becomes sharper and sharper. It is as if you are suddenly able to sense the truth behind every situation, as if an inner voice is quietly whispering to you what is right and what is wrong. Your intuition is nothing more than your inner wisdom, which now manifests itself in a much more intense way. You sense things before they happen, and sometimes you just know what the right decision is without being able to explain it logically. This is another sign that your consciousness is expanding and you are connecting with the higher levels of your existence. This heightened intuition is a wonderful gift that serves as your compass in this confusing phase of awakening. It helps you to find the right path even when your mind is lost in questions and doubts. The truth is that your mind is often too caught up in old patterns and conditioning to show you the way clearly. But your intuition has a direct connection to your higher self, to the part of you that exists beyond logic and reason. If you learn to trust it, you will find that it always leads you to the right place at the right time. Trusting this inner wisdom is not always easy. Sometimes the truth that your intuition shows you seems uncomfortable, or it contradicts what you have learned from others. But this is exactly the point of awakening. You leave the old paths and start to follow your own inner knowledge. The more you listen to your intuition and integrate it into your life, the stronger it will become. You will notice that it not only shows itself in big decisions, but also in the small moments of everyday life, when you feel that you are going the right way or that something is simply not right in a situation. To give space to these intense feelings and your growing intuition, you need tools to ground yourself. Practices such as breathing exercises, meditation, and consciously staying in the moment will help you not to be overwhelmed by your emotions or intuitions. You will learn to ride these waves instead of fighting them, and over time, you will find that these emotional fluctuations and intuitive clarity will lead you to a deeper understanding of yourself. Be aware that your intuition works like an inner compass. It will help you navigate through the confusing phases of your awakening, through moments when you may not be sure where the path is leading. Trust this voice, even if it is quiet. It will guide you on the path that is destined for your growth and transformation. At the end of this journey, you will realize that these emotional storms and intuitive promptings are nothing less than gifts from the universe. They take you deeper into your true self and open your eyes to the truth that has always been within you. It is a process of purification and clearing that shows you how powerful you really are when you learn to trust the wisdom within you and surrender to the emotions that guide your path. Now we come to two more profound signs of your spiritual awakening: the changed perception of time and the strong need for retreat. These two phenomena are inextricably linked and show you that your consciousness is moving further and further away from the limitations of the physical world and into deeper spiritual levels. You may have noticed that your sense of time has been feeling strange lately. Sometimes time seems to pass faster, sometimes incredibly slowly, and in some moments you lose track of it completely. It's as if you suddenly exist in a space outside of your usual time, in a kind of bubble where minutes and hours no longer have any real meaning. This phenomenon is a clear sign that your soul is gradually detaching itself from the linear concepts of the physical world and beginning to enter other planes of being. Linear time, which we as humans are accustomed to, is an illusion that helps us to steer life in an orderly fashion. But on the level of the soul, this limitation does not exist. Your spiritual awakening gradually makes you realize this. Your consciousness expands, and with it, your perception of time changes. This does not mean that you completely lose control, but that you enter a state in which time as a fixed concept no longer has any meaning. It's no longer about how many minutes or hours pass, but about being in the here and now, dwelling in the depths of the present moment. This new perception can be liberating, but also confusing, as you suddenly have the feeling that time no longer has a fixed framework. However, this altered sense of time opens you up to a deeper truth. Time is an illusion in the spiritual sense. It does not exist in the form we are used to. If you accept this fact, you will begin to perceive the moments more intensely and cling less to the past or the future. Instead, you dive deeper into the present moment, the only moment that really matters. Spiritual awakening takes you exactly there, away from the linear mindset and towards an understanding that everything exists simultaneously and that the present moment is full of potential. As your sense of time changes, you may feel a strong need to withdraw. The noise of the outside world can become too much, and you seek silence, a space where you can be alone. This is not a sign of isolation, but a natural reaction to the deep inner change you are going through. Your mind and soul need space to process all the new impressions and insights. This urge to retreat is an opportunity for deep self-reflection, a moment in which you can reconnect with your higher self. Many people see withdrawal as something negative, as a sign of loneliness or escape. But this is not the case at all. If you long for peace and solitude, it means that you are ready to look deeper into yourself, that you need the space and time to understand yourself better. This is a phase of inner contemplation in which you can organize your thoughts and clear your consciousness. In this silence that you seek lies the opportunity to hear your inner voices more clearly, the wisdom of your soul that often remains hidden from you in the hectic moments of everyday life. You will find that this retreat helps you to find the clarity you have been searching for. In the silence, you can smooth out all the emotional and mental waves and establish a deeper connection to your inner self. It is a phase of regeneration and new beginnings, where you can heal yourself and prepare for a new level of your spiritual path. The more you engage in this phase, the more you will feel your inner strength renewing and your spiritual awareness sharpening. It is important to understand that this retreat is not an escape, but a conscious decision to focus on the essentials. You are entering a phase of life where you can leave the external distractions behind to explore the deeper aspects of your being. This time of self-reflection and inner contemplation is crucial to fully integrate the transformation you are going through. And then there is a deeper truth. Retreat is an important step in connecting with the universe in an authentic way. When you go into stillness, you open yourself up to the wisdom and messages that the universe has for you. You will learn to view these moments of aloneness as sacred time to nurture your soul and communicate with your higher self. In these moments, you will receive answers to questions you may not have consciously asked, and you will feel that you're being guided even when you are alone. The retreat is not a turning away from the world, but a turning towards your inner truth. It is the moment when you let go of everything external in order to discover the true core of your being. This phase is a valuable opportunity to grow, renew yourself, and deepen your connection to the spiritual world. So, if you feel you need to retreat, follow that impulse. Give yourself permission to go into silence and trust that this retreat will bring you clarity and peace. It is an essential part of your spiritual awakening, and the more you engage in it, the more you will realize that this time of inner contemplation prepares you for the next steps of your journey. Your altered sense of time and your urge to retreat are not coincidences. They are part of the bigger picture. They help you to focus on what really matters, and they open the door to a deeper, more authentic connection with your true self and the universe. Use these moments of stillness to realign yourself and receive the wisdom that lies dormant within you. Now we have reached the final step of your spiritual awakening, perhaps the most beautiful and profound sign, the feeling of oneness with everything. In this phase, you begin to feel a deep connection with all of creation. People, nature, animals, everything around you seems to be connected, as if there has never been a separation. This experience is the culmination of your awakening, the moment when you begin to realize that everything is one and that you are an indispensable part of this great whole. Perhaps you have already felt the first moments of this connectedness. When you have been out in nature and heard the whispering of the trees or seen something in the eyes of an animal that felt so familiar as if it had always known you. These moments are not coincidences. They are the manifestations of awakening within you, showing that the separation between you and the world around you is slowly dissolving. You are beginning to understand that the boundaries between I and you were only illusions that we were taught in the physical world. These illusions are now disappearing, and you see the world in its true form, as a harmonious whole made up of pure, unconditional love. The end of separation is a profound moment of peace. You realize that you were never really separate, neither from other people, nor from nature, nor from any form of life. Everything was always connected, and now you can feel that on a very direct, almost tangible level. This insight brings with it an immense sense of calm. Suddenly, it becomes clear that all the struggling, striving, searching for fulfillment on the outside was not necessary, because the fulfillment was always within you. In this state, your mind and heart merge with the universe, and you realize that the universe is within you. You are the universe. This feeling of oneness is more than just an emotional or mental experience. It is a deep, physical sensation that fills you from the inside out. You can feel it in every cell of your body, how everything vibrates together in perfect harmony. This is the true awakening, the realization that love is the driving force behind everything, and that this love connects us all, no matter who or what we are. You not only feel this love within you, but you also see it in everything around you. In the eyes of a stranger, in the wind blowing through the trees, in the stillness of the night. Peace and harmony now become your new normal. You find peace within yourself because you know that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and that the life you're living has a deep meaning, even if this is not always immediately visible. You find peace in the world because you now see it from a perspective of unity and compassion. Conflicts and tensions lose their meaning because you know that everything that happens is part of a bigger plan that we often cannot immediately grasp with our limited consciousness. Enjoy this new state of being. It is a gift from the universe, a reward for the work you have done on your spiritual path. You have battled through the intense emotional storms, mastered the challenges of self-discovery, and have now reached this deep connectedness. Take time to fully savor this phase. Let yourself fall into the peace and balance that this new understanding brings you. It is as if you are finally coming home after a long journey, and this home is not a place, but a feeling deep within you. But awakening is not the end of the journey, it is a new beginning. After you have achieved this feeling of unity and peace, a new chapter begins. You will now learn to live in harmony with the universe. Your life will be guided by a deep inner wisdom that has always been there, but is now clearly visible to you. This wisdom will be your compass to guide you through the challenges and joys of life ahead. You will find that you can now communicate with the universe in a way that you may not have been able to before. Your intuition will become sharper, your choices more conscious, and you will begin to create your life from a place of love and compassion. What comes next is a life infused with unconditional love. You will realize that every action, every decision, and every encounter in life is influenced by this universal love. This does not mean that life will suddenly be free of challenges, but you will approach these challenges from a new perspective. You will know that everything you encounter is part of your path, and that you have the inner strength and knowledge to deal with whatever comes your way. You have now arrived at a new level of being. Life after awakening means living in deep harmony with the universe. You are one with everything, and this sense of oneness will transform your life in ways you may not have even imagined. You will see your relationships, your work, and your daily experience of life change. Everything will be infused with this new energy of love and peace. Believe that you are being guided on your path. Everything you have experienced was necessary to bring you to this point. Now that you feel this deep sense of oneness, you will begin to live your life in full alignment with this truth. You will become a beacon for others, an example of what it means to live in harmony with the universe. Enjoy this journey and know that the best is yet to come. A life of love, peace, and deep connection with all that is. Now that you have started on this path, it is important to realize one thing. Your spiritual awakening is an extraordinary gift. It is an invitation to experience life on a deep, meaningful, and fulfilling level that you may not have previously thought possible. This awakening is not just a shift within you, but a journey that leads you to your true essence, to a place where peace, love, and connection become the guiding forces of your life. Remember that every sign you experience on this journey is a message from the universe. Your inner self, your intuition, your dreams, they are all guides showing you the way. Your awakening has begun, and you will continue to grow with every step, gaining new insights and delving deeper into the mystery of life. Have faith in the process, because you are not alone. The universe is at your side, accompanying you and giving you the wisdom you need on your path. Continue to listen to the quiet signs that you encounter. Connect with the whisper of the universe, which transmits its messages to you in the moments of silence, in the waves of your emotions, and in the moments of clarity. Be open to the miracles you will encounter on this journey and realize that they will help you experience your deepest connection with everything around you. Your awakening is not the destination, but the beginning of a new life that vibrates in harmony with the universe. Finally, I would like to leave you with one more thing. Know that you are being guided on this journey. Even though the times may be challenging at times, even though you may feel uncertain at times, trust that the universe is always by your side. You are accompanied, supported, and loved every moment of your journey. Your spiritual awakening is a gift, and you are ready to accept it. Go forward with peace in your heart, and know that this journey will lead you into a deep harmony with life. Your awakening has begun, and you are never alone. I wish you all the best on this journey. May your life continue to be infused with love, wisdom, and deep connection. Until we meet again, be blessed and trust the universe that is always watching over you.